Pradeep, do you have any practical tips for those within and also outside of the trade finance community using the UCP rules today to conduct their international trade and trade finance practices?
The users are not only banks. So banks are aware. There was a time when UCP was slated to be a document of the banks, for the banks, and by the banks. But the fact of the matter is the users of UCP are exporters and importers, because it is directly their business which is affected by something which is written in UCP and they don't understand. So the most practical tip for the especially the exporters, the beneficiaries, because they have to comply with the requirements of letter of credit. They should understand the definition of complying presentation in UCP. It's not that the terms and conditions of LCs have to be complied with. The definition of complying presentation under UCP 600 is a presentation which is in compliance with the terms and conditions of the LC and UCP 600 and international standard banking practice. So the exporters, they must know what is written in the LC, also what is written in UCP. In addition to that, they should also at least endeavor to know what is international standard banking practice. And international standard banking practice is not capitalized by ICC in UCP 600, which means the publication, International Standard Banking Practice, which is ICC publication number 745, the current version.
Yep.
That's only a complement or accompaniment to UCP 600, which articulates how the rules given in UCP 600 are to applied by the parties into day-to-day banking practice. So in addition to UCP 600, someone should also understand what is ISBP 745, which is International Standard Banking Practice. But there may be practices, which may be international standard banking practices, which have not been captured either in the rules or in ISBP. So that is where the surprises come from. So it's very rare. I haven't heard of anything that that is detrimental to the interest of the parties involved. But the simple tip for the issuing bank is make it simple. When you issue an LC, make it simple. Don't complicate and all that. Don't give excessive details, because the more details you give, more problems you are creating, not only for the exporters or importers, but for the bank itself. Number two, a bank which is advising. Normally, the bank which is advising the LC doesn't look into the LC terms and conditions. Bankers are busy bankers. They just check the authenticity of the document. Maybe some banks will have a cursory look on the terms and conditions, because sometimes the terms and conditions of the LCs, they're running into pages.
Yep.
And a bank receives 40, 50 LCs per day for advising, and they would like to finish their work as soon as possible. So what they do is they simply advise the LC without engagement or responsibility on their part. Because under UCP, when the bank is advising an LC, it has only two responsibilities. Number one, to confirm that what it is advising or what is parting with is an authentic instrument that it received. And number two, what it is advising is actually accurately reflective of what it received. So it has not made any changes or anything. That's what an advising bank's responsibilities are.
Yeah.
However, in today's world of compliance, there are so many things. Everybody is talking of dual usages of goods. This overpricing, underpricing, or trade-based money laundering. So some basic checks must be done by the advising bank. And when the LC is to be confirmed, then confirming bank has an additional, although it is not spelled out, if not liability, at least a responsibility, that to ensure that the LC is workable. And most important is for the beneficiary to review the conditions of the LC. And in case it cannot comply with any single term or even any single comma or full stop of that LC, it should seek amendment before it can go ahead with the shipment. Because sometimes, most of the times beneficiaries, I understand that even now, even after so many years of UCP, and when ISBP came, I had thought that the discrepancy rate had reduced from more than 70-80% to 50-55%, because that was, in fact, in my own bank, the discrepancy rate was 26%. For the reason that we will not issue an LC, which is complex, So we'll make it simple. We'll discuss with our client, listen, this is going to create problem. So we had one of the lowest discrepancy rate in my bank when I was working. But, I understand that now that even now, more than 60% of documents are rejected on first presentation, which means beneficiaries have to fully understand, make it simple, call for what and understand what is UCP, at least some basic knowledge, for which they should create some checklists. That's what I recommend.
Pradeep, it's been such a pleasure. I've been really looking forward to speaking to you for a while now, and it's so good to finally get you on Trade Finance Talks TV. Thank you for coming. Here we are in Dubai. Have a great day.
No, it's my pleasure to see you.